Greetings. This is Arvette McLean with Speak, The Universe Listens. New ways to view age-old challenges. Change your thoughts, change your life. Step into the bigness of you.
Hey y'all.
Hey, Teron.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Y'all, so the other day I was thinking about so again in my new job or whatever, I guess working with suicide prevention for that's a short version of it. And people always say that, it's such heavy work. And I don't know, I went through a training this last couple of weeks and I could see where it could be seen as heavy, but for me it wasn't heavy. So I kind of just wanted to discuss being in the fifth dimension while being in the present moment as well. Because I think that that's kind of what I've been trying to dive into and explore a little more. Like these days I'll run into a situation and somebody will give like a story and it'll be like, oh, that's so crushing. And I don't know, I don't feel the crushing part. All I feel is a real true deep connection to the person and their higher self and going, oh man, like thank you for sharing that story with me. And then also I see the full you. So I don't know, I kind of just want to discuss a little what are some more ways that we could practice being in the present moment but also being in the fifth, because I think it's so easy for us to feel like, all right, this is my life and all right, this is the things that I'm seeing on the surface and only take it at surface value. But I really want us to practice seeing the beauty in literally everything around us. So I guess that's my topic for this week. Just really being in the fifth while also being in the moment.
I would say just throughout my journey and things that I've learned, being abundant, being loved, being at peace, what else? All of the good things that you can imagine, right? They already exist. So being more in a state of just welcoming those things instead of wanting it, because that's something that I always got to catch myself saying sometimes, I want to be here or I want this, but instead of wanting, just being open to receiving and just welcome that into your life. And I think when you do, that can shift you from being in third and being in fifth.
See, I like what you said there too about being welcoming, because I felt like there'll be moments where I feel like, all right, there's more to this, or I feel like, all right, I don't have to just take this one emotion of let's see, I'm trying to think of a good example. Of something that happened and I just only feel upset about a circumstance. I'm starting to see now that it's but I don't even have to feel one, just upset, and then two, I can also, again, right there in that moment, decide that, these things are happening for me, not to me, and kind of flip my thinking even there. And it kind of transitions me into a thinking of, okay, well, here's something that I can see that I might like from this, or here's another thing that I see that I might like from it. And then the biggest part is just removing the judgment altogether, I'm no longer looking at things as, oh, that's a bad thing, or, oh, this was wrong. It's kind of just, no, this is something that happened, and here are all the beautiful things that came from it. It's kind of now, that's exactly what it is. I used to look at things and it would be not even black and white, but now, I guess my visualization of almost everything is a pebble hitting water and just watching all the different ripples that it can make. Oh. And that's kind of how I like to think of being in the present moment, but also being in the fifth. That's the moment where it's all right, car broke down. Oh, cool, the car broke down, whatever, man, that's a frustrating situation. But instead of looking at it oh, this is frustrating, I'm looking at it this is just a pebble hitting the water and it's gonna create so many different ripples. From the car breaking down, now I get to call a family member who I might not have talked to in a little while and say, hey, my car broke down. I'm actually right down the street from your house. do you mind coming to pick me up? And then from that, we have a longer conversation. It's just so many things that can create from one little pebble just hitting the water.
Sure.
And so that's kind of just been my way of trying to approach things now. So I really like that you said welcoming things in, because in the past it would be this happened and this happened to me, and
Right.
I'm shutting down the day right here because things can't get no better because this didn't happen to me.
And then I could say too, like at times I've been triggered, or let's say going through something, and it just, I don't know, I get pissed off or I'm mad, and I go back to that old version of myself. Now, you know, I'll sit back and I'll sort of dissect what's triggering me, and I'll take apart what's triggering me, and then I put it back together. So when I put it back together, I'm sort of like finding out why this is triggering me. Why do I feel the way that I feel? And after doing that, then it's like, okay, I understand why I feel the way that I feel. So that helps me to be more so the better version of myself, or like moving more in fifth dimension. And that's just been one of the many things that sort of like just keep me in a higher vibration or in a higher frequency. But I think like just doing that is just understanding why I feel the way that I feel, and just feeling it, you know. I mean, that's something I think that a lot of us, you know, you want to avoid that feeling, but if you're feeling mad, you're feeling angry, whatever it is in that moment, feel it in that moment, because it's just that moment, you know. It's not forever, so get it off your chest. But yeah, that's something that helps me.
So I like a lot of what you say and a lot of what you said, but what you're saying, I'm a little bit confused because you keep saying live in the fifth dimension and in the present moment, like it's two different things. And so I think I'm trying to understand, why are you separating them out?
That's a good question. I guess it's not really separate, but I guess in the way that I think about it, which I guess is a new way to even address that, but the way that I would think about it is, it's not even, they're not separate. I guess it's like one part of it, if I really think about it.
Or like one vibrating.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So it's like, all right, like for me, I'll go back to a car breaking down, because that's just an easy example. So like I look at the car breaking down and go, oh, it's just a frustrating feeling of, oh, the car broke down or whatever. And that's not the real fifth. Like for me, the fifth is like, all right, the car broke down and I can feel this emotion right here. But also in that is also like all the different ripples that can come from it. And I know if I just move past this part, then I can get to the different ripples. So I guess for me, it's kind of like I don't know why I'm separating the two. It's kind of just I don't even know
like
if I see
a level of it.
Yeah, I guess I see it like as a part of it, but not even as a part of it. I just feel like I can remove that part altogether. Like I don't even have to do the whole, oh, I'm upset that the tire didn't rotted out right here part. I could just go straight to the different ripples that this can create. Like, all right, cool, I got a rotted tire. I got a friend who actually went to school and specialized in making tires, and so now I get to try out a new tire. Like, but in the past I would always stop it at, the tire rotted out. Woe is me. The world is over. I can't move down the road now because I got this rotted tire.
So in my head, I feel like when you're in the frustration mode, that's when you're not in the present moment.
I get that.
But that's just semantics. But the reason why I ask is because a lot of times it can be that semantic that's keeping you stuck somewhere, and you're like, I'm doing everything right, but it's like these little details that you missed. And so that's why I was trying to ask you to clarify, even though I knew what you were saying. But like what Stephen was saying, like welcoming it in, it's already present, just being in the space of allowing. And one thing, like what you were saying about like the car, and then you be frustrated, like that's often an automatic response. But like for me, one of the things I try to remember, and you said, I say try. One of the things I try to remember is that the human experience, that's the thing. Like basically, if we're spiritual beings having a human experience, like the experience of having a tire blow.
I get
That's
where
the
you're
joy, you know. Like you get to have this experience, and like Stephen was saying, go ahead and feel it. There's nothing wrong with feeling that emotion at that time if you so desire. Like you don't have to, you know, because it would be just as easy to be like, oh, this is a human experience that I'm having right now.
Like,
or
okay.
like you were saying, okay. This is happening for me. Let me keep my eyes open for like what's the good that's about to happen to me or whatever. Like you can easily just flip it in your head or have it in a good spot, or like if you know, like we always say, like you can shift in and out of fifth dimension just like that. And so every time you feel yourself slip out, it's just as easy to slip back in. But it's okay to be out. There's nothing wrong with being in third dimension if you're happy there, you know. But if you're like, oh yeah, I don't feel like feeling this emotion, then shift into fifth.
It's funny when you said the car broke down. I literally had that happen to me. I was doing Uber, and I was taking somebody from Richmond to Petersburg, and I was on 95, and I hit something. I don't know what I hit, but it blew out my back rear tire. So, and here I am, I got somebody in the car, you know, and they feeling, you know, nervous like that. I'm in an Uber. Like, how you know, how the tire bust. So I wasn't really like, at first I could have went to that state as to where, oh my God, like here we go, tire. But I wasn't worried. I was more so like, okay, I'm cool, I'm calm, I already know what to do. Change the tire out. I know how to change the tire out, you know. Through the process of me changing the tire out, they were sitting back, you know, watching me, but the experience was they got to feel safe because they're like, okay, man, this guy know what he's doing. He changed the tire. And after we changed the tire, got back in the car, nice conversation, got them where they need to go. It's like, I'm glad you know how to change the tire. Me too. You know what I'm saying? Me too. So like our vet was saying, you know, it's just all about how you look at things in the moment.
Because a lot of times, y'all, the situation with stuff like that, I'd be like, okay, the universe slowing me down for a second. Like I don't need to get there just like right this second. Like it's slowing me down. And like you said, that'll shift you to looking around like, okay, well, what's next? Like what's happening here? That's good for me.
And I feel like when we're looking actively for something good, then something good is gonna show up. But it'll be like, oh Lord, now this, now that, you know, because that's typical me. Like, now I'm be late. Now because I ain't gonna get there in time, then this is you know, looking for negative things, and then, you know, when it all happens, like you say, you be like, see, I knew that was right. Yeah, it is.
Because I mean, we all can think back to a situation where it's like, in that moment we thought it was something bad happening, and then you look like, yeah, if that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have got this and that, or like just anything, like back to a car, like, yeah, you might get in an accident, total your car, but now you get a new car. Like I done seen a lot of situations where it play out for the better. Like, oh, that car got paid off. Now this, like I've seen a lot of different situations. So, like we all can point back to a situation where it's like we thought it was bad, but then you look back and like, oh, none of that happened. Then all of these good things wouldn't have happened. Oh, that's put me in position for all these good things.
I like what both of y'all just said on that, and I keep thinking about the human experience, and especially what you just said, because when I think about it, one of my favorite, I guess, periods / memories in life was being in the 8th grade and my house catching on fire like a couple days before Christmas, only because I think of everything that came afterwards, and all of it I loved. Like, okay, little things like, okay, I went to a high school where you had to do an application to get in. Before the house fire, I didn't do the application. So I was never gonna go to the high school I went to if the house didn't catch on fire. Now I don't get to meet all these beautiful friends that I have.
Alright, how does the house catch on fire?
Okay. Okay, so the way that the house caught on fire got me into the high school was I didn't do the application yet. The application was sitting on the table.
Dang.
So this is something I'm supposed to be doing. It's sitting on the table or whatever. But because the house caught on fire, I'm now able to go, the house caught on fire, you know, we just need a little extra time. And now my whole process is circumvented. I don't do an application at all to get into this school. This is 2 interviews for me. And as y'all know, if I got to talk to somebody, I'm gonna have a good time. So this is like a completely different like process for me. But again, only happened because the house caught on fire. And then even before that, I think about, all right, like, okay, it was supposed to be like my 2nd year in public school, whatever, because I was in private school most of my life. The 1st year I missed it most because of surgery. The 2nd year I'm there, but I don't really have, like, I got friends, but like, I ain't never really there. But now that this house caught on fire, I'm suddenly living, this is hilarious. I'm living literally in these apartments that are like a fence away from this girl I used to have a crush on. So now me and her get to spend a lot more time. I'm closer to Rodney now, so like me and him are closer. It was literally a bunch of good things came from this thing that everybody would see as a traumatic, like stressful thing. But for me, it's nothing but great. The next Christmas was amazing. Like it's nothing but like that pebble caused so many great ripples in my life. And I just think about that all the time. Okay. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for out already. This was fun though. Thank y'all for I guess helping me continue to open my mind to what being present and being in the fifth at the same time really means. I guess when I came in, starting the conversation, in my mind there was a separation between the two, but really it's not even that. So thank y'all.
Yeah, I really like how Stephen put it. Like it's always there. You just welcome it in.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you guys. And thank you guys for joining us. And we look forward to chatting with you again next week. Until then, this is Arvette.
This is Steve.
Teron.
Rodney.